Hey, creepy bastards, welcome to another episode of Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe, follow, share button, whatever button there is out there to let you know that I'm live or I have new content to share with you. So, welcome back if you're not new here. I hope you guys have had a pretty good weekend. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the weather is changing up a lot. Where I'm at, it's gotten very cold and now it's starting to rain. So, yay! It almost feels like Christmas. Hey Jesse, how you doing? I hope you're feeling better. Good luck on starting that drive today. Physical therapy is not fun. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What do I gotta go over real quick? I don't know. I don't really have anything planned this week, so everything is just gonna be playing by ear. So if anybody has any suggestions for this week, go ahead and shoot them my way, and I'll give them a look. So yeah. Um, there was some. Oh yeah. I started my project Lore. It's my Christmas horror anthology that is based off of as Icelandic folklore. So I just kind of tell everybody think Krampus, but not Krampus. Like you've got witches and trolls and cats and demons and shit. So, but basically same concept. Be good or you're gonna go to hell. So, what else? What else? Oh, I guess that's about it. I'm gonna be trying to put extra content out this week because I kind of lacked on Friday because I had Shockfest and I had to present some awards, so I wasn't able to do the Joe's Creepy Kitchen. And then Saturday was filming, but then there was a bunch of stuff that happened and blah blah blah. Excuses. Yeah. Anyway. Hey Goody, how you doing? Thanks for joining, bud. Oh, thank you. I hope so. It's a very low budget indie movie. And yeah. Thank you to everybody who has helped support so far. Especially Richard Nettleton, Sandra, and Aaron from Horror Sturdy who doubled up on his sponsorship and gave twice. It's really awesome and generous of you guys. Really appreciate it. It really helps get things together easier and faster to get this movie out. So I'm not expecting to win any Oscars, but this is really good practice for me because I've not really done a whole lot of filming stuff myself. I like doing it. I did a lot and when I lived in the Bay Area and went to high school, like my brother and I did the audio video club and we did what is that, like the community TV public access, like we did like improv comedy skits for that kind of stuff. So I do like doing that as stuff I have done since high school, but I never really got the support and the group that I needed to be in to like really flourish with it. So I do now and I'm happy. Let's see who else we got. Oh, hey Megan Miggs, how you doing, bud? Long time no see. Hey Timothy. Yeah, I can't wait till it's done because it's just a lot. Not that I'm like dreading it in a bad way, it's just kind of like you're really excited, you're really anxious, you want to get it going so that you can get it done and see it complete, have something finished. So, yep. So, tonight we're going to be talking about dark Simpsons theories and episodes. And The Simpsons is like the longest running scripted show in television. It's also like the longest cartoon in television. I remember the very first episode. My parents actually have the first episode on tape, like VHS, because I'm old. VHS, they even have Bartman video written on it and like the date and shit, because my parents wrote the dates on everything. But yeah, I remember the very first night The Simpsons came out. I remember the Bartman video came on. I actually had gotten into an accident and got hurt earlier in the day, so I was already laying on the couch, just kind of waiting for it to come on. But and yeah, then there was some stuff with it being canceled, and all of a sudden they took it back and it wasn't canceled. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing I had dug into for a while. But it is one of my all-time favorite shows, and there's a lot of characters on there that I favor. I really love Ralph. Ralph is like the dumbest, cutest character. I guess I don't know because I guess I'm kind of the same way with South Park. Like I love Butters. Butters is my favorite character because he's so dumb and sweet and innocent. He just really doesn't know any better. but he's so cute and just, like I said, he's innocent. But yeah, there's a lot of characters on there that I like. But Ralph is just always the first one that pops to mind when I think of The Simpsons. So if you guys like The Simpsons, let me know who your favorite character is. I'd like to know. So a lot of people end up saying like Bart or Homer, and I don't know. I think people out there like more than Bart and Homer and whomever, that are main characters. There's tons of characters out there like Snake. Oh, right. Like I fucking love Snake. Snake's awesome. Okay, okay. Anyways, okay. Let's see. Okay, the first one I got, and this is a theory as well, or that not as well. This one is a theory, and not so much a dark episode. Oh wait, let's see. Oh my gosh, do you really? I still have my so-called life episodes recorded on VHS, Married with Children 2. My so-called life, that was on VHS. That had Claire Danes in it, didn't it? Did it have Claire Danes in it? I want to say it was MTV though. Yeah. Oh my God, that was so long ago. Holy shit. Let's see. Jay says, I remember the Simpsons short on the Tracy. Yes, I remember that too. And Dr. Katz and the critic. Oh, which also did like a cross-reference episode in The Simpsons also, which I thought was really cool. Okay, so anyway, this one is a theory. That all of the Treehouse of Horrors are actually connected, if you will. It goes back to episode 6, season 6, episode 6, where Homer gets that broken toaster, and every time he tries to make something, it like transports him into like another time. So like, or even another dimension at some points, because he'll hit the toaster and then he goes back to the dinosaurs. And then he has like the bubble that tells him like, or his dad says, don't go back into time. If you go back in time, don't touch anything. And he's like, oh, and then it's Homer, so obviously he's gonna step on something and destroy it and make an ass out of himself. And then, the food pops up and then he's back into his time, but something's changed. So the theory is that basically, I guess in a way, that Treehouse of Horrors episode kind of branched and caused other alternate timelines, but they're all just, they have that difference to them because everything comes from something. You step on a lizard in the prehistoric era and it's raining donuts all of a sudden. So so that's a theory from that. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to. There's a really good one that I'm gonna get into, but I kind of want to save it. So I'm gonna save the best one for last, in my opinion. Let's see. Oh, Mark. Yep, and AJ Langer. AJ Langer. I can't picture who that is. I can't even really picture if that's a guy or a girl. But I do remember my soul call. And honestly, you know what? I really was not a huge fan of that show. I hung out with older girls and they would watch it, but I was just kind of like, I want to go watch Full House and Beavis and Butthead. So, okay. So let's see. And this one's a dark episode. This one, I don't know. I guess you don't really ever think about it until somebody brings it up because in their twisted head, they've thought of it. But this one is a parody of the De Niro thriller Cape Fear. It's where Sideshow Bob is released from prison, and then as soon as he gets out of prison, he starts plotting of how he's gonna, get his revenge on Bob, to destroy Bob. And it gets so bad that the whole family has to go into like witness protection. They have to move. They have to change their names, and Sideshow Bob follows them, and he follows them back to like their houseboat basically because parody. And he ends up like kidnapping the whole family and like tying them up and then attempting to murder Bart. Like that is pretty dark if you think about it. I mean, just that's like shit you would see in a horror movie or a thriller, not necessarily like a cartoon on prime time. Anymore now it's like that and beyond, but at the time, like thinking about it at the time, it's like that was kind of a little dark for what you would normally see on TV that I can remember anyway. Trying to kill a kid. He's a fucking kid. Like he's a little asshole, but do you really gotta kill him? I don't know, smack him around or something. I don't know. Marge and Homer are shit parents. That's all I know. But yeah, let's see. Okay, this one I kind of merged two with this because there was two separate ones. And I read them differently or at different times. And then I was like, oh, you could kind of push those two together. And it's for Maude and Ned Flanders, basically. Um, let's see. Was I supposed to do this first or second? Sometimes I write notes out of order. Let's see. Oh yeah. So this one was called Alone Again, Natcha Diddly. That's the name of the episode. And it's the episode. I actually remember this episode and going, holy shit, because I was older when this episode came out. I think I might have been a young adult when, like an actual, like, mid-20s, when this came out. Not so much when I'm like, you know, 8 or 10 or 12 or something, like way different mindset. But that's the one where like they killed off Maude Flanders, where they're at the game, everybody's in the bleachers, Maude's like kind of at the top, and Homer and everybody are slightly below them, and there's the guy going around with a t-shirt gun, like, shooting t-shirts at people. And Homer wants one and he gets the guy's attention to shoot one at him. Well, at the last second, when the guy shoots it, Homer ducks down, and when he ducks down, Maude's standing up and it hits her and it knocks her off the top of the bleachers down to the ground and to her death. Bitch is done. No helping her. And it's because Homer's a fucking jackass and did something stupid again. And really, like, are those things even safe? Those damn, like, t-shirt guns. I've seen those. How hard do they hit? Like, how far do you have to be from one of those things for it to not hurt you? I don't know. I've seen them on TV. I've never seen them in real life, so I don't really know exactly how they work. Anyway, so yeah, so she's dead, but I kind of think it's a little bit of like a karma situation for Maude, because Maude never, if you really pay attention, Maude did not like Ned. She was a naggy asshole. Like, she did not really give a shit about Ned. There were episodes where he was hurt or he was in danger, and she pretty much abandoned his ass. She was not a ride or die bitch. She was just like, see ya. Don't even really like you that much. Just staying with you because my religion says I have to, and for the kids. So, yeah, there was like even a few episodes prior to the one where she's kind of, she actually tried to kill Ned off herself. But in the episode where she does die, it shows like she's got like a face indent in the pillow, like where you can tell she always laid, like she laid in that exact spot, and her face is facing away from him. I mean, unless you've got issues sleeping on a side or something, like, she wouldn't even face her husband when she slept. That's kind of shitty. So they kind of, there's a theory going that she's actually a sociopath and absolutely just does not care about anybody at all, has no feeling, nothing, cares about herself, and that's about it. So those two kind of do link because they are in close proximity to each other. Her trying to kill off Ned and just being a complete piece of shit, and then her dying a few episodes later, and just kind of showing how much more she just didn't care. But the episode is, it just shows him grieving for her, which, I can understand in real life. Even if somebody was shitty to you, you loved them, you were married to them. But I don't know. When you're on the other side of the fence, you're like, get over the bitch. Okay, so let's see. I got that one down. I got that one down. I got that one down. How many more have I got? Oh, yeah, I got one more because we keep these episodes not an hour long anymore, okay? Yeah. Okay, so this one I can actually see being true. I could see this actually being true. And that would be such a fucking plot twist, such a mindfuck if this was to be real. So, the end of 1992, there was an episode of The Simpsons called Homer the Heretic. Or Heretic. I have to say it right. Sound it out. Say it slowly with me. But yeah, at the end of the episode, Homer meets God. And he asked God, he's like, so what is the meaning of life? And God's like, well, I'll tell you when you die. And I'm paraphrasing. And Homer's like, well, I can't wait that long. And God's like, you can't wait 6 months. And so that was kind of, I don't know, that was kind of weird. I'm sure at the time we all took it as ha ha ha, like we can just see Homer in 6 months probably dying from like hurting himself, but it wouldn't be a permanent thing. So 6 months later, in 1993, for their April Fool's episode, Bart puts one of Homer's beers in a paint mixing can, the ones that like shake up the whole can to make sure all your colors are nice. He puts it on that and he shakes the living shit out of it. So bad he has to carefully put it back in the fridge or it is going to blow up like nitroglycerin. Wait, is that right? Yeah, something like that. Something dangerous. Um, and he waits for Homer. And Homer comes back in for a beer. He goes to open the fridge. He sees it there. He's like, oh, so cold, so tasty, so tempting. And he goes to grab it, and Bart jumps out and starts to say April Fools. But before he can say it, there's this giant, violent, over-exaggerated explosion from how badly this can was shooken up. And it's pretty funny. And then the next thing you know, Homer's in the hospital and he's in a coma. And he wakes up at the end. Let's see. What happened at the end of that one? Trying to remember what happened at the end of that one. I know he does wake up at the end of it, but I don't quite remember what happens. But anyway, that's really not the point. The point is that the theory, if you will, is the conspiracy theory for this one is that it was kind of like when he met God, it was kind of a precursor to show you that Homer is going to die or go into some massive coma he is not going to wake up from. And that he's been in a coma for the past 20 plus years. Like this whole time we've been watching The Simpsons, Homer's been in a coma. And we're just watching like very imaginative, vivid dreams that he's having while he's in this coma. I can kind of see that. And their logic behind it, I mean, I know it's a cartoon. They're going to basically keep everything the same age. They can't grow up with us, or we're going to be watching like a 45-year-old Bart Simpson right now, and that we don't want to see that. We're not interested in that. But their kind of backing for it is that's the reason why they always stay 1, 8, and 10 years old, that you never get to see them grow up, is because Homer's in a coma like this whole time. And that's just his memories that we're watching, or his just wild dreams or imagination, activity that he's having. So I don't know. I thought that one was really cool. And I can actually see that working out in the show, but it would be like I said, it would be a complete plot twist. It would be a mind fuck. It would just like, but I can, yeah, that would actually be kind of cool for any show to do that, I think. But especially for this one, especially how long it's gone on for, like decades. The show is decades, and yeah, just that, like at the very, it would be almost like Lost. Lost pissed me off. Yeah, I don't know. I think The Simpsons are more forgiving than Lost, because Lost just really jerked you the fuck around like for 6 years. It does make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really like dig this one. I could see this being like an actual thing, and I would like to see it actually. I'd like to see where it goes with that. But yeah, I can kind of see a little bit with the Treehouse of Horrors, also with Homer, going to the alternate timelines, and this, because he's making mistakes, it's kind of creating new timelines of things that are going to happen. And it's just we're seeing all the Treehouse of Horrors because they're anyway. Yeah. So, yep, that's what I got for that one. What is your guys' favorite Simpsons episode if you guys are into The Simpsons? Or what's your favorite Treehouse of Horror episode? Mine is, well, one of my favorite ones I can think of is when the school, they had a short budget and they couldn't really afford like food and all kinds of other crap to feed the students every day. So they started like um grinding down gym mats and newspapers and shit, and it got so bad that like oh shit, was it Uter? I think no, I don't think Uter was the first one to go. One of the kids like got mixed up in the grinder and they ate him, and they were like, "Hey, we can do something here because this doesn't taste too bad." And they basically started taking like all the bad kids that were in detention and they started turning them into food. And they started like getting this. I don't know. I think it's in real life. I think that's totally and utterly disgusting. But I know how broke schools are, especially in California. I know how fucking broke schools are. So in some weird, like twisted, bizarre way, like I can see that being like a weird horror movie someday or something. I not in real life. That would be horrible and disgusting. But I could see it being. I could see it being something. That's why I thought it was cool. Um, but yeah, and then they eat por Uther. Oh no, por Uther. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I liked it when they ate all the kids. And then they start becoming all like they're fat and they're greasy and they're just, you know, they're so gluttonous. They're just like babies. So anyway, I thought that was funny. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I love The Simpsons, so I was actually really excited to do this one. I can talk about The Simpsons for a long time, so, but I won't. So yeah, you guys, yeah, like I said earlier, if you guys caught this earlier, I'm just kind of playing it ear by this week. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I didn't really want to plan anything out. I kind of like doing this, like playing it by ear, unless I have someone scheduled for an interview. So hit me up, let me know. You guys got any ideas? What's this? Mystery meat on a stick? Ugh. Like the gas station corn dogs. Okay, guys. Let's see. I love the change in the name and the credits for the Treehouse of Horrors to creative. Yes, I like that. And you know what? Okay, I'm gonna get into this really quick because I think this is bullshit. I do another show called Girls Going Gin every Thursday night at 7 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube Live. And earlier during the pandemic, I found out that The Simpsons had ended. They ended May 17th, um, which was like about the first date they had started their season, I believe. I think they tried to make it they tried to almost parallel the beginning and the end, especially with the episode and everything, too. Not gonna lie, I fucking cried because I was very well aware that that was the very last episode, and that was like, it's my favorite show of all time. That is my childhood show. I'm a wiener. I don't normally do things like that. Don't judge me too hard. But anyway, I remember like I had got screenshots of it saying on Google that it was the last episode. I had gone on to news publications and found that it said it was the last episode. They were canceling The Simpsons. There was no more. Done. I even got a Wikipedia screenshot. It's on my old phone. I have to go back and get it. Like, I swear to God. I hope it's not too jacked up. Oh, maybe I can check the cloud. Ooh, I gotta check that shit. I gotta check its stat. But, um, yeah, so it was like the very last episodes of The Simpsons. I actually brought it up in a strange news segment on Girls Going Gin. Because it felt like it wasn't like nobody really said anything about it until like maybe a couple weeks after it was done. Then it was like, oh yeah, The Simpsons ended, they're canceled. It was like, wait, what? What? Really? Okay. So I brought it up for the segment, and then a couple of months back, I noticed on Hulu when I wanted, because I usually like wait a couple of weeks and then I'll go back and binge watch like Bob's Burgers and Family Guy and like The Simpsons and everything like that. But I knew there was no more Simpsons and they had taken all the old stuff off because they put it on Prime. Okay, whatever. So I go back to Bob's Burgers and it gives you like a recommended and it showed The Simpsons. And I was like, wait, The Simpsons aren't on here anymore. I was like, oh, cool. Are they like bringing them back on? So I clicked on it and I noticed it said like, I think it said season 31, episode 1. And I was like, what does that mean? They stopped that. Like, there's no more Simpsons. Like, there's no more Simpsons. So then I went back and Googled it. None of that is online anymore. It does not say anywhere that the Simpsons are done and over with. Matter of fact, I need to go back and look at that Girls Going Gin episode because I do believe that I sent the screenshot to Miguel and had him bring it up. Oh God, I don't want to be wrong on that, but I might be. But I gotta go back and find it. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know what their little game was there with that, but I didn't appreciate it. So yeah. But I don't watch The Simpsons anymore since it changed to Disney. It's not my bag anymore. So old Simpsons, old Fox Simpsons. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that out. I appreciate it, guys. um, yeah. So yeah, sorry. I guess that's what I was trying to like lead up to was because it was supposed to be the last. The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors last year was supposed to be the last one. So they did an extra one on Thanksgiving. Yeah. So, and they changed the names. I really like they did do the Thanksgiving one. Like, they should have done that every year too for, Thanksgiving. I like those a lot too. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's better than the traditional Thanksgiving. It's more like a Thanksgiving kind of feel to it. I love it. Okay, let's see. It's like a big band that retires or last tour and never, yeah, right? Or they branch off and start different bands, but it's basically the same fucking sound. Shit. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna go to bed in about the next hour because I gotta be up at 3:30 like I do every morning. And yeah, I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night, same time, same channel. You know what? Maybe I'll do those cookies I was supposed to do. It'll either be tomorrow night or Wednesday night. I'll do the cookies, and then Friday night I'll do another Joe's Creepy Kitchen. I think I'm gonna do like little edible lumps of coal cookies or something Grinch. 'Cause I love the Grinch. So we'll see. All right, you creepy bastards. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening and have a fantastic tomorrow. So, night.